Oh, here we go. Let me wait till I load this thing. Oh, people are already in here. Hey. Testing. Okay, yeah. It works. Does it work? Hey. Oh my gosh. It's, I, I, I'm gagged. I'm gagged. It could have, but you know what? This could have happened a year from now. This could have happened 2 months from now. It's like, this isn't as crazy as people might initially think because, this is a relationship that we know next to nothing about. When she and when she and Becky broke up, it was like, oh my God, like we're losing a family member here. But it's like with this girl, it's like, who? It's like we hardly knew anything, almost on their anniversary. You're right. Oh my gosh, they almost made it to 2 years. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. Well, if they broke, if season 4 ended on June 29th, 2021, and then this is ending July 6th, 2023. Oh my gosh. So, like, is that the new thing? Is that, like, what the writers are pushing for? It's like a new season every other year? Hey, Barrett. Oh my God. That girl that I moved in a month after we broke. Well, you are dragging her, but you know what? Hey, it did last 2 years. Yeah, they did only know each other for a month before they moved in together. But they had a good run. Well, maybe not a run. They had a good walk. Something seems off. They seem happy. I do not have refreshments. They're coming. Chill. Do you know what? Do you know what I was doing actually? So remember how in the other episode from the other day I was talking about Trentanoan cream? I was like, I want Trentanoan cream. I took it during college or whatever. Look, I went and got it. Here, let me make sure there's no information showing. Look, I went and got Trentanoan cream. So I was out picking up my Trentanoan cream. I see a notification go up on my phone. It's Amberlynn crying. It says, we broke up. I'm like, I have to get home. And go live. Like, the people need me. So on my way home, I was like, well, what's a live stream without a little treat, And we do have refreshments here. We have like Coke Zero, Diet Coke, Diet Sprite, RC Cola, bottled water, things like that. But, just this will go down as an iconic day in history. It just will. This day will be referenced from now until a very long time from now. So, I get a little texty poo from Sonic, right? Sonic messages me. They say, use code ALOHA for a 79-cent medium slushie. So, what was I going to do? Not get the 79-cent slushie from Sonic? We broke up. Slushies are 79 cents. There's just a lot going on right now. I'm still my head's still spinning, honestly. I still just need a little bit time to process. I just feel like in a way I am working a little bit too hard. So I feel like I just need to chill out a little bit. I filmed 3 videos and now I'm doing a live stream. So I think that you guys just need to bear with me a little bit because I think that you need to understand from my perspective that someone like me could very easily get burnt out right now. And I want to have fun. I want to come on here. I want to have fun. I want to drink my slushie. I want to see what the video is all about. I want to talk to you guys and everything. So I don't want work burnout to interfere with that. So just give me a second. All right, I missed out on, oh my God. Diet Sprite. That damn stripper. So glad I don't have to work the poll today. Hey, Jord. I'm glad you're here to leave the door open, that damn stripper. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the donation. Catherine Diaz, thanks so much. She needs a new girlfriend that's willing to be on camera. Burn. It would that would definitely help the channel. It would help her career. It would help a lot of things. It would make life a lot easier because keeping up a presence on YouTube and keeping up, like, being watched and wanting to be clicked on, it's a lot more easier with different side characters in the mix. And when there's no side characters in the mix and it's just Amberlynn, she has to work a little bit harder to keep her presence. So if she can have other people around her to make that easier for her so she doesn't have to work as hard, it'd be better. So I agree with you. I think it would be if she could find a new girlfriend that would. I mean, what is the longest she stayed single? Can anyone in the chat let me know the answer to this question? How long was Amberlynn single between Destiny and Becky? Because I think that all the other relationships overlapped, didn't they? It was like Crystal moved out of Crystal's parents' house with Destiny, and then there was that little blurb between Destiny and Becky where Destiny and Dana were driving Amberlynn to her dates with Becky, and then Becky and Feline overlapped. So we're not getting an overlap in between season 5 and season 6. So I think that right now is going to be a very interesting, really it's like uncharted waters, because we really don't have anything to go off of because she's always been in a relationship. It has always overlapped. So I don't know how long it's going to be before we see a new cast member, but there's just a lot to take in right now. A lot to take in. Don't overwhelm me, you guys. I'm working very hard right now. I mean, how many people do we have right now? We have over 1,000 people in here. Please do not stress me out. Hi, Jordy from Ireland. My wife and I love you. Oh, thanks, Tom. Thanks for being here. Hello from not Ireland. I'd love to visit sometime, though. Danny Brown broke my dangling ankle sprinting to this live. Bad. Mean, bad, insensitive. On a day like today, you're making a joke like that. Reevaluate, girl. It's definitely not because no WLS. Coffee cook. So you're saying this isn't because of the no WLS? Who here thinks that the no WLS has any bearing on this decision? I don't think it does. I'm not sure if there's a correlation between her not getting WLS and them breaking up. We're going to get into why I think this might have happened and some of the guesstimations surrounding, you know, what is possible or likely and everything. But Amberlynn's decision to not go forward with WLS and them breaking up, I think that was just a coincidence. First impression. I could be wrong. You do? I can see it. Me. Okay, so there are some people in the chat that disagree with me. She def quit WLS and Feline said F that noise. Okay. So we have some different opinions here. We're going to get into it. We haven't even watched the video yet. Jordy, how's your day so far? Chaotic, wild, and I feel overworked. That's how I feel, Mars. McDonald's mustard cottage cheese wifey. Hey, how you doing? Drunk Lynn will be back. Oh my god, could you imagine? Could you imagine if we got a drunk live stream following this? I just joined OMG, I'm lost. Well, buckle up. Buckle up. Hello from Utah. Hey Utah. Stop stressing Jordy out. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. You guys gotta understand, this is a lot of work. Jordy, I'm late. Can you start over? I'm kidding. Love you. I'm so excited to see you live. Woo! I'm glad you're here, Freckled Unicorn. Glad you're here. Okay. Princess Love Puff. Thank you for the super chat. You did not include a message. Her heart was left dangling. A dangling heart. Oh, the Hex girls. A dangling heart. Bad. I think Amber's true colors came out at Wifey, and Wifey said, yeah, not bi. Maybe this girl didn't even want to try to put up with her crap. Typically with the whole true colors thing, you know, it's either like all at once. It's like, oh, you're not who I was DMing on Instagram. Oh, you know what? Oh, I didn't realize you were actually like this. Or it can be like slowly bled out over time. Do we think that Amberlynn kind of got tired of putting up the facade over, you know, who she wanted to be for this girlfriend versus who she actually was? You know, because I did kind of notice that Amberlynn was kind of, especially in the beginning of season 5, like trying to be like, oh, very like, you know, happy Amberlynn. Like, I'm going to be the perfect girlfriend to you, Wifey. This is going to be amazing. We're going to be, you know, in love with, and then like as time went on, it was kind of like, well, you know, maybe that's not the real person that you fell in love with. I wonder if the new guy friend was Wifey's poly BF. Yeah, I haven't made a reaction to that one yet. I think I'm 1 or 2 videos behind still on her vlogs, but yeah, the whole like guy friend and, you know, writing down positive affirmation or questions for the Q&A, and I just have to wonder, now that it's said and done, what will Amberlynn choose to share with us as time goes on? Because I think that if the girlfriend did not want to be on camera throughout all of season 5, I highly doubt that she's the type of person that would come on here and do what Destiny's done. I don't think so. We'll talk about the whole guy friend and the whole, like, you know, potentially other people being around and stuff. We will. She no longer wants to be a hospice GF IMO. And, you know, we sort of saw that with Destiny. It was like Destiny is 20 years old, 21 years old, some of the best years of your life. You have very good health. You're discovering yourself. You're a new adult. You're getting your first career for the first time, you know, sometimes at 21 and everything. It's like, that's kind of like an exciting developmental period for someone in their life. And it's like Destiny during season 3, it's like, okay, this girl that I met online and I'm with and everything, it's like, well, now I'm helping her, you know, bird bath. Now I'm helping her do this. I don't think that that's anything that any 20 or 21-year-old should be having a responsibility of. You know, it's like, if you're voluntarily being in a relationship at 20 and 21 years old, I mean, really, who wants to be with someone that they have to do that for? So you think that she got fed up? I think Wifey wanted to be with more than one. Is Polygate reopening? Oh my gosh. I cannot believe the poly rumors. If the poly rumors ended up being true, I think that it'll be more frustrating than anything, because we were so gaslit into thinking that the poly thing, that was so outlandish thinking. You know, we were told time and time again, there's no other person, there's no third, there's no polyamorous relationship. She's not like that. I'm not like that. So if it comes out that the girlfriend had another girlfriend, or the girlfriend had another guy friend, or I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But if that ends up coming out as to the reason why they're not together or whatever, it won't be a good look for Amberlynn, because she put up such a defense against the whole poly thing. Wifey gave LLR money for WL, then she quit, maybe. I mean, the theories are endless and everything. Wifey gave ALR money for... I feel like Amberlynn would give it back. Because I don't think that Amberlynn was able to walk all over this girl like she was with Becky. You know, it's like Becky, it's like, oh, you can string with me and then, you know, I can keep the $15,000 we made this month. I mean, your comment assumes that the girlfriend gave Amberlynn money to begin with. It's like, did that happen? Hello from Finland. Hey there, Mima's Moon. Guys, should we start this? I'm so devastated that we won't see Wifey's forearm anymore. I know, me too, honestly. Did we get to see the completed tattoo? Will that be a cliffhanger? Remember that she got the it was like the Medusa head. There were 3 faces on her arm. Did she ever finish it? And were we shown the? Is that going to be lost in the archives? Are we not going to see the completed tattoo? Dawn, I'm devastated too. I mean, that was a storyline, a part of our show that was just so tremendously significant, and I think that so many people were looking forward to. I mean, the fact that Wifey's extremities will no longer be on camera, I think that a lot of people are feeling their heart dangled today. I really do. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I have never been so happy to get rid of a side character. Season 5 has been so boring. And, you know, it's sad. It's, you know, I mean, it's never like, you know, something that you want to come online and like laugh at someone else's misery or get excited over someone's misery. I mean, the girl's crying, she's upset and everything. And, you know, I'm sure that they did have love for one another and that they did care for one another and everything. But I mean, from an outside point of view, how I viewed their relationship and what I think was going on, I think that it was mostly transactional. I think it was fake. And I think that Amberlynn would have more success with someone that isn't her. Love from an Englishman trapped in Canada. I was just in Canada. What part? Shout out to Girl World Ireland. Can't wait to hear his Irish arse laugh at this. I'm not Irish. Wait, what? Oh, wait. You're Irish? Wait, I'm confused by that. But thank you, English Potato. Everyone please like this. Yeah, I don't stream often, but like apparently like it helps me in the algorithm or whatever if you click the thumbs up. It'll just take a second. You know what? I'm being hypocritical now because I was just telling you all to not stress me out. Because I did. I had the Amberlynn video from this morning. I just put up the Eugenia one, and then I have a Foodie Booty coming out this evening, on top of doing a live stream. I mean, you can kind of see how this is overwhelming for me, and how that this is a lot of work. So, I mean, I don't want to be hypocritical in asking you guys to take your thumb or your index finger, sliding the screen down a little bit, clicking the thumb button, and then coming back up. I don't want to put that responsibility or that burden on you, really, because if something were to happen or if you were to get overwhelmed, I don't know if I would be able to live with myself, honestly. So if you're up for it, if you're up for clicking the little thumbs up emoji icon below this stream, but if you're not, I understand. Oh my gosh. Jade said she was poly when they first got together, but Amber said she'd never agree to that, and Jade was going to give monogamy a try. You think that... it's an interesting conversation, the whole poly thing. It's like, well, are you truly polyamorous, or are you only poly until you meet the one? You know, it's like... Maybe Amberlynn wasn't the one for this girl. But you know what? There isn't a whole lot of speculation, I think, that is relevant and worth doing around that because we don't know much about the girlfriend. You know, it's like, how am I here going to sit here and saying, you know, I think that based on Jade's personality, she is polyamorous. And, you know, it's like we didn't know a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. It's like we don't know if there's a third partner involved. It's like a lot of stuff. So we are definitely going to talk about the the potentiability, me making up words, the potential of there being a polyamorous relationship that caused the end of season 5. But in terms of like the motivations behind the whole poly thing and everything, I'm not sure. Amber said she'd never agree to that. And Jade, okay, so you think that this was like a, this is kind of like an ultimatum. It's like, I love you, I have love for you, but I also love this girl that I met on Tinder 2 days ago. Is it like that kind of situation? It's like, I'm in love with you. I fell in love with you after the first DM on Instagram. But this girl that I sent 5 Snapchats to, I think I'm in love with her too. So, I mean, if that's going to be a problem, I'm not sure if we're going to work. Aylar's going to come for you now. Love your videos. You think? I don't think she will. You think she will? Maybe. I'm going off of a clip from Apathetic Facts. Oh, okay. Oh, I bet. Oh, does Apathetic Facts already have a video? Apathetic Facts, when Amberlynn makes a video. Apathetic Facts will have a video up after Amberlynn within 30 minutes. It's actually very impressive. It is. And what if you know the Apathetic Facts lore, and what ended up being like the big stink between them is, what Apathetic would do is they would upload a video after Amber, but I mean, it was like obnoxiously quick. It was like within 10 minutes. Like, it was actually, it was comical how funny it is. I mean, they're still lightning quick about it, but I mean, what they were doing before, it was like, it was instant. It was, that really made Amber mad. So I think that's why we saw the whole copyright strike thing and the whole battle between them. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up, you guys. Jordy, am I from Texas? No, I'm not from Texas. Jordy's working overtime. I am, and keep that in mind, please. Keep that in mind. Your laugh sounds like a happy mask salesman from Majorous Mask. I am not sure what that is, but I will check it out later. If Amber does a live on Jade, OMG, it's gonna... I don't think. Maybe. I think that Amberlynn will share surface level kind of perimeter information surrounding their relationship. But in terms of getting into it and talk. But you know what? As I'm saying this, I'm thinking to myself, I think that Amberlynn will share behind the scenes information about Feline, but it will only be the information that makes Feline look bad. Because, I mean, who else have we seen that with? Every other girlfriend. So I think that Amberlynn eventually, not anytime soon, maybe not even this summer, honestly, but like I could see maybe in like a fall Instagram Q&A, maybe like mid-October, you know, like you're home with like a pumpkin spice latte, you fire up Instagram, Amberlynn's doing a Q&A. You could maybe expect to see something like that. I could definitely see that being a possibility in the future, for sure. Jordy, people are getting mad. Mad about what? Oh, about starting the video? I'm sorry. Everybody's just sending in super chats. Hey, you know what? I'm the victim now. So by you guys telling me to start the video, that is you pressuring me into doing something that I might not mentally be ready for. So really, I would just like to ask for you guys to kind of see it from my point of view. That really you're being a little bit too pushy and how that might make someone feel. Okay, but Jessica Rodriguez wants to start the video. Hayes Lights 420, thank you so much. Any other super chats real quick before we start? Did they actually break up? Yeah, they did, Lola Stone. I'm sorry if I missed any other super chats. I'm sorry I did. Ooh, the chat's going a mile a minute. All right, let's start. Don't let us dehumanize you. I'm trying. I'm trying to advocate for myself. Because really, if I'm not advocating myself, who will? Who will?
Hello. So I don't know if I'm gonna regret this, but I don't know. It's like a little video diary. But Feline and I have broken up. It was mutual. I have my freaking headphone thing in. It was mutual, and like I'm wearing the same thing I was wearing yesterday. Like I did have makeup. Like I have cried it all off completely. I can't stop crying. I feel like I'm mourning like a death. Like knowing that one day, like I'm just gonna wake up and she's not there. It's a different type of pain, because like I envisioned my whole future with her, and I know she did the same, and this was me.
After every breakup, we have heard this. We have heard, I saw myself spending the rest of my life with this person. We heard it with Destiny, we heard it with Becky, and now we're hearing it with her. I envisioned myself with this person for till the day I die. And the fact that it's being taken away from me now, I'm just so lost. So again, but she's also saying here that it was mutual. It was a mutually decided on thing. I do not know if Amberlynn would ever come out and say she broke up with me. So I think that she's wording it very delicately. I think that she's saying it was mutual. We agreed together. But you know what? In every relationship, I mean, whether or not it was a mutual understanding, I do think that one person initiates the termination more so. So I don't know. It's a unique circumstance because we've never had a side character like this where they didn't have a voice. Because within 5 minutes of the Becky breakup live stream, Becky told us, she straight up said, we have broke up. It was initiated by me. Verbatim, we heard those words. With this, she doesn't have a voice. You know, I mean, the only voice that she ever had was from the other side of the room in Amberlynn's vlogs. I mean, we're not going to get to that anymore. So I do not think that the girlfriend has any interest in coming on stream or cam or Instagram or whatever and, you know, setting the record straight or whatever, because I mean, she didn't have any interest in talking to us all throughout season 5. So why would she care to do a tell-all after the fact? I mean, unless it was to make money, but George, do we think this may be a fake up for views? Ooh, I don't. You mean kind of like how Chantal did? Like, oh, we broke up. I don't know. I wanna say that this has to do with the girlfriend kind of not seeing any changes, not seeing any progress. Because I mean, really, guys, if you think back to 2 years from that very couch that is sitting behind her in this shot right here, really, what has changed in 2 years? And I know that's kind of like macabre and kind of depressing to think about, glass half empty. But I mean, really, are we seeing a different version of a person than we saw summer 2021 when she was on that couch with Becky 2 years ago? I mean, people in relationships, they want to see people thrive. They want to see people make better decisions. They just don't want to see people stagnate and, you know, kind of be in quicksand, so to speak. They don't want to be with someone that isn't really, you know, it's like they want to be with someone that will kind of build them up and, you know, not need relied on all the time. And I think that the girlfriend just kind of got sick of that. So I think it might have to do with that. And I think it might have to do with the whole poly thing. Somebody said, thanks for coming out to the Pacific Northwest. I hope you can come again. I loved it out there. I really did. I loved it out there. I'll have a vlog up on more Jordy sometime soon.
Mutual. There has, like, I'm going to speak for myself. There has been some things that just like, I don't have to go into detail. Love just isn't enough sometimes. And I know.
Okay, there it is. Love is not enough sometimes. It's not enough to say, baby, you're my everything. I love you. kiss under starlight, hold each other until the sun comes up. That's only in movies, people. Real life takes priority. Bills, travel, wanting to live different places, being able to do things. I mean, if Amberlynn could have had it her way, I think that Amberlynn would have loved to have a life with this girl where they could continue to do exactly what they were doing the past 2 years. I mean, very limited trips out into the immediate area, DoorDash being brought all the time, trips to Target, trips to the supermarket, things like that. So I don't think that the type of lifestyle that they were working with, Amberlynn was okay with it, but clearly the other girl probably wasn't. So
what I'm worth, and I know it might not be like a lot to some people, but I know like
whoa, and I'm sorry to pause it so quickly. I know what I'm worth. Oh, okay. So that, in my opinion, is the first example of what we're seeing here of Amberlynn kind of saying, I deserve better. I know what I'm worth. The way in which she is treating me, the way in which what she's doing to me isn't what I signed up for. I deserve better. Interesting.
What I deserve, and I know what I want, and I just need to be single. I literally have cried. Oh, my head hurts so bad. Sorry. I have done nothing but literally cry and cry and cry and cry for the last like 24 hours. This happened literally before fireworks last night. I don't know what to say. Like,
that's such a strange little detail to provide. This happened literally right before fireworks. Can we get some love for the cleaning people? Of course, we love the cleaning people. The cleaning people hold all the power here. They really do. Thanks for the super chat. Obsidian Sinclair, so no more arm of Exodia or leg. Or wait, is there a torso of Exodia? No, it's 4 extremities in the head. Yeah, no more Exodia. If you bought the Exodia Funko Pop, throw it out.
I know there's probably going to be a lot of people questioning and saying you seemed so happy, and yeah, like the relationship I had with Feline was literally the most passionate relationship I've ever been in, but on both sides of the spectrum. On both sides. And
ooh, do you know what she means by that? A lot of fighting then, a lot of arguing. This was the most passionate relationship. So our highs were high, but our lows were low. Oh, so there was a lot of conflict, a lot of drama, a lot of turmoil taking place behind the scenes. I mean, we all suspected that. It's just, we don't have specifics. But, I mean, here she is kind of confirming it. Had some really good memories with you. But you know what? We had some knockdown, drag-out moments, too. That's kind of how I took that. JD, love you, Jord. Found you through your Excellent Eugenia videos. Would consider doing an ALR primer for those who aren't familiar. I know nothing. ALR primer. So you want like a quick synopsis on what this is? The last 10 years, this woman runs a YouTube channel, lies about a lot of stuff, eats, but then tells us she's on a diet. And then we start over, and then she lies to us some more, and then we call her out, and then she gets mad at us, and that's basically what it is. Oh my god! I wonder who will be the next Lexington lesbian on our program. Oh, apparently she's moving. We're gonna get to that. If this stupid streamer would ever stop pausing the video, we might get to that information. But we're moving. We're moving, apparently. I bet this wasn't in her tarot card reading. Mean Ashley. Wasn't in the tarot card reading. Our relationship dangled on a torn ligament of passion. Somebody earlier said that her heart was dangling.
She's my best friend, and it's like she wants to help me with this move.
I'm sorry to pause it again. I know some of you probably want to wring my neck, but where did we also hear this? She was my best friend. I love her so much. You know, I'd imagine that sometime throughout this video or in the near future, we will hear, regardless of whether or not we're together, we still want to be a part of each other's lives. We heard that verbatim in the Becky live stream breakup. Verbatim. We're each other's best friends. I guarantee you 3 or 4 months from now, Amberlynn will be bad mouthing this girl. She'll be saying, you know what, like, you know, she was just so nasty. It's like, we're going to be getting all the tea, it's going to come out slowly, but I guarantee eventually she will. She'll say what she truly thinks about this girl. And this whole, we're still best friends thing, fall by the wayside. Wonder Woman. Feline's folks called her home and it finally stuck, told y'all it was coming. You think that Feline's family intervened? It's like, girl, what are you doing? Because, I mean, really, you guys have to think about it. Feline, you know, this information was never shared on the program, but I mean, it's things that everyone knows. The fact that Feline kind of uprooted her life from where she was living, view of the Brooklyn Bridge, she kind of left where she was at and kind of went out into random Lexington, Kentucky to go live. It's like, you know, it's like, well, is that going to be your life forevermore? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to spend your late 20s and your 30s? I mean, is this where you see yourself 20 years from now? Good point.
I will be moving. She will be moving. We have a timeline of when that's going to be happening. And just look around.
So they're both moving. The girlfriend, I mean, well, obviously the girlfriend's moving, but Amberlynn's moving. Why might that be? Now, not everyone believes this. Not everyone thinks this, but Amberlynn told us that Wifey was paying half the bills, and she's in a 2-bedroom apartment for one person. And I mean, these modern luxury apartments, I know that some of you laugh when I say this is a luxury apartment. I think that her apartment's nice. I mean, it's modern, it has a pool, it's, you know, like nice amenities, things like that. I would consider that a luxury apartment. So a 2-bedroom luxury apartment in somewhere like Lexington, Kentucky, I mean, I don't know. I'd imagine it's at least over $2,000 a month, at least. So I don't know. Like, does Amberlynn not want to be paying that anymore? Like, what's going on? Interesting. I can't seem to find my sympathy bone. I think the narc would agree with you. Thanks for the super chat, Jamie. Chris, I'll give her a month tops or less that she'll already have moved on with a new girl that she's madly in love with. Well, if we're going off of track record and we're going off of history, there is not much of a buffer. There is not much time in between girlfriends. So do we think that Amberlynn is already accepting Instagram DMs and talking to someone new? Do we think that she's already on Hinge or Bumble or Tinder or something looking? It'll be interesting. What if we get completely sideswiped and Amberlynn and Destiny get back together? Oh my God. I don't know if I could process that mentally. I really don't. Bro, I love you. Please show. Oh, hey, Lazarus. I love my heart this. Thanks so much. Hey, Jordan, your videos make my 4 a.m. morning routine drive better. Thanks for everything. Oh, you're welcome, Katie. Thanks for being here, and thank you for the donation. Is she going to call Feline Batch? I don't know, but I would imagine that eventually she will talk a little bit about Feline. Feline definitely broke up with her over complete lack of progression with all of this. The WL incident was the last straw. Is that what you think, Ren? You think that the WLS was, you know, the French fry that broke the DoorDasher's back? You think that this was it? A lot of other people think it's the whole poly thing. Or, you know, I could take the easy way out of the argument and say, well, guys, maybe it's everything. But That's no fun. That's not a fun answer. It's like, what was it? What was it? You know, what did it end? What was the final nail in the coffin? Feeling breadcrumbed right now. I'm sorry, that damn stripper. Here, we'll go. Ugh. I believe I heard you say months ago that if money was getting low, Feline might dip out. Another possibility.
Everything, and it's like I look over in my kitchen and I'm like, that's the first place she kissed me. But then there's also probably a bad memory in that same spot. You know, it's like not everything is perfect behind the scenes. Honestly, it doesn't even matter why we broke up. It's personal and we both have our own reasons, but she's my other half of my heart and I'm the other half of hers.
That will not be the same song that is being sung 3 or 4 months from now. You do not break up with someone amicably with a question mark on the end of it. You don't do that and then months later say, oh, you know, they're still the other half of my heart. Amberlynn will eventually speak out on this girl and, you know, talk about their arguments and their fights, because I mean, she just said that this was the most passionate, intense relationship that she's ever been in. And that means that, you know, when the good was good, it was good. But you know, when the bad was bad, it wasn't bad. So, I mean, the fact that she's looking over at her kitchen island saying, that's the first time that she kissed me, is when I was leaning over the kitchen island and she put her lips on mine. But she's also thinking at the same time, that's where we got in a screaming match about, I don't know, like them forgetting a side of ranch in my order. Does this hurt the chances of a Becky tell-all? Definitely on the back burner. I think so, Jeff. I think it does, actually. Amber likely had a massive freak out due to her unwillingness to go out, and Feline wanted to live life and enjoy a holiday for once. Cookie whoopie pie. I think you have a good point. I definitely, you know, in a relationship such as this, it definitely is pretty limiting. And I'm sure that, you know, the girlfriend just wanted more, you know, whether that was more partners, more money, more travel, more. She just wanted more. And I don't think that Amberlynn was able to provide. Nona's Goose, hey there. Thanks for the super chat.
But we can't be in a relationship. I just don't even know what to say. Like, I just got off the phone with my mom and talked to her because I just needed someone. I just needed someone that isn't her, you know? Because Feline is my best friend and I'm her best friend, and it's like, it's kind of hard to cry.
So she called her mom for comfort and to confide in her and talk about the breakup. But I mean, what about all these other friends Amberlynn was telling us about? This guy friend and, you know, all these other friends she was having sleepovers with and going bowling with. I mean, couldn't she call them up and talk to them about all of this? She had to call her mom. It's personal versus what it's business. Yeah, it's personal. I mean, it's personal until, you know, she gets an opportunity to, you know, kind of, I just see it. I see it coming a mile away. I think that, you know, people will continue to speculate and talk about their relationship, and I think that Amberlynn will get fed up, and then she'll begin to talk about, well, you know what, you guys want to stick up for Feline so much, and you want to say that I wasn't able to provide for her and everything. Well, I'll have you know, Feline screamed at me on the, you know, sidewalk while Twinkie was taking a dump and a bunch of people were looking at us and I was humiliated. Like, you don't know what happened. Like, I could so see that coming a mile away. If you believe the WLS storyline, I'd be upset too that someone gave up on something I put a monetary investment into. That's what somebody else said. Willow. They kind of said, well, you know, it's like, I'm giving you money. Like, I work and I'm giving you this money. So the fact that all of that money went into the therapy sessions and the different doctor's appointments, and think about the time too. I mean, this has been going on now like 7 months. Think about how many appointments Feline drove her to, and how many weigh-ins they did, and how many different specialists and doctors they talked to. It's not just a monetary investment, it's an emotional investment. And when you see your partners just go, nah, It's like, well, I mean, what are you saying about the last 7 months? Like, do you not respect my time? Do you not respect my efforts? Do you not respect me being here for you? It's like, if you're that willy-nilly about it, I mean, that kind of hurts me in a way. So I don't know if it's strictly financial. I'd be mad too. So what's going to happen with her tattoos? Cover up, maybe? Maybe some dollar store cosmetics could clear it up. This is make Becky look like she's kicking someone when they are down. If she does tell all, I don't buy this. She's lied about breaking up before. You think this is a lie? Someone else said that too. I mean, we do have to stay on our toes, people. Even if our ankles are dangling, we do have to stay on our toes because Chantal pulled this. Chantal pulled this back in February. The whole, oh, we broke up. And then she came back in 45 minutes and they were together again. So, maybe that's why ALR is stopping WLS since Wifey isn't there to help pay. Well, not even just to help pay, but to help be a support system. Because, I mean, do we think that Amberlynn could go through with something like this on her own? I mean, I don't know. Just take Tammy Slayton, for example. Tammy Slayton has Amy. She has the brother. She has that older sister that's so mean to her. She has Little Bit. She has... Little Bit. Amberlynn is in an apartment now by herself. I mean, the girlfriends, I'd imagine she's still living there and not for very long. But, I mean, do we think that Amberlynn is able to do this without others' help? Amberlynn isn't able to do... or push herself to, without other people's help. Are we sure she's not faking it? This is the drama she needs. All right, I'm seeing a lot of is this fake super chats rolling in. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It'll remain to be seen. I mean, we do have to let this kind of air out a little bit. Give it 24 hours and everything, but I think that this wouldn't work out well for her if she did a whole fake up thing. What about tattoos Feline got for Amber? I know, that was so recent, too. It's like, oh, you guys are breaking up, but you got tattoos of each other? Huh?
The person that you're losing, even though Feline and I both have been crying literally all day. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen her cry this much. And even just calling her Feline is so hard because Bambi and Feline, like, it's not a thing anymore. I also think, like, I'm partially in shock. I don't know. It's like, how do I go on? I literally just feel like something I've always experienced is like, when I experience heartbreak, I feel it physically. Like, it physically feels like I've lost, like, a limb, or I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like I was hit by a truck 1,000,000 times over, just repeatedly, over and over and over. Like, I just feel like I can't live without her, but I know that I have to because it's just like, I know what I deserve. Even though sometimes I act like I hate myself, like I act like it.
Ooh, I know what I deserve. See, it's already beginning. It's the wifey's in the wrong. This girl isn't treating the way that I deserve to be treated. This was an intense relationship on both ends. It's starting to seep out. I can tell Amberlynn wants to talk about this girl very badly. And it will, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe, not even for the rest of the summer, but it will eventually come out. Amberlynn wants to talk about No Tears. What's that Ariana Grande song? Not a single tear. This is a ploy for views, or Wifey bounced when she realized she wasn't going through WLS. All right, guys. So I'm seeing a lot of different things. I mean, Wifey bounced because no WLS. Polly, tired of being, taken care or whatever. Tired of having to drive her around and everything. Hey, Creature Comfort. But there's just a lot. Oh my God, Little Bit's dead? I didn't know that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Little Bit. ALR not getting WLS after all that time and money wasted. Feline finally saw the real ALR. Never take accountability and dip. And the girlfriend really, I mean, think about it. She really didn't have much stake in being in this apartment. I mean, she left her home, where she came from, view of the Brooklyn Bridge, and she moved out here. And I mean, Amberlynn's name is on the lease. And I mean, really, I'd imagine all she had to do, if she actually did pay half, she was giving, Amberlynn a Venmo. And I mean, I'd imagine Amberlynn, took care of the car. I mean, she didn't really have many grounds in Lexington. It was very easy for her to jet if she wanted to. And that's something that I did talk about a lot in the beginning of season 5. She wasn't really putting down roots. She really didn't have any substantial investments in where she was living with Amber, in my opinion. She needs a GF and fast who's going to take care of Twinkie. Ooh. I didn't think about that. Stat. It does feel very abrupt, but I think that's just because we know about Feline or that's just because we know nothing about Feline or the relationship, although she was smacking Amber's butt in the kitchen a few days ago. We'll see. Yeah, good point. It's hard because there are a lot of pieces of this puzzle missing. So really, it is, guys. We're trying to build this puzzle in the dark. We don't even have the iPhone light, really. We don't even have the iPhone light. We are in the dark trying to build this puzzle, and we're trying. Do you think about the recent constant bringing up and talking about exes sparked any of this? No. You mean like Destiny? You mean like Destiny's little tell-all thing? I don't think so. I couldn't see Destiny talking about, things that happened 60. I don't think that would bother Wifey. Just personally, just my personal opinion. Others might disagree with me though. No tears left to cry. That's what it's called. Someone call FFG Justice for Twinkie. Oh my gosh.
There's a part of me that cares. And I care about Feline as well. It's like, she deserves the fucking world. And it's like, I could only give her a part of it. I could only give her a part of it when I want to give her the whole thing. And by breaking up, you know what? I kind of am. I don't want to shower. I don't want to do anything. I kind of just want to eat. I just want to eat. I just want to turn to food. I want to numb it out. I'm just lost. Because like I said, I don't know who I am. And I'm just ready to be single. And I'm going to be living on my own. And I don't want to say where. I don't want to say when. But as much as YouTube has
Okay. Now, thank you for being here, Kip. You're late, but hey, welcome to the stream. All right, guys. Glasses are coming off for this one. We know that in order for a lifestyle such as this to perpetuate, to continue, to be able to be viable, there needs to be someone helping out. And I know that, we're making some jokes in the chat and everything about Twinkie needs help and everything, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Anytime you turn on that TLC program, you will always see a parent, a grandparent, a sibling, a friend, a neighbor, a foster parent. Someone makes it possible. So I think at this point we're seeing Amberlynn, they're broken up, doesn't have anybody on deck like we did at the end of the Becky season. I mean, you think she might move home? I mean, I don't know where the parents live or even if the parents are together and everything, but I mean, then she might go live with the mom. It's a possibility. Bets on how long till she has a new girlfriend. Some people are saying that there's already, you know, the DMs have been opened. Like, you know, it's already been in the works. You know, we don't necessarily consider, because really, if you think about it, that's how it wasn't done in the past. It's like, you know, it's not like break up, talk to a new girl, you know, get in a relationship. I kind of think it blends. I do think it blends. You know, the whole like, oh, you know, we weren't talking while we were still together. I think that's BS. She's hinting at a toxic relationship. If you're right, M4, more of that will come out as time goes on into season 6. Jade realized this endless cycle of toxicity, and she did before it got too invested. Good for her. Yeah, I mean, she really didn't have a lot invested, technically. I mean, Amberlynn's name was on the lease. You know, she says that was her car, but whatever. Jade really could have just picked up and left whenever she wants. So I think that it kind of got to a breaking point. It's like, okay, well, this isn't sustainable anymore. She's not even crying. Worst act I've ever seen. Hi, Jordy. Glad I could make your stream. Glad you're here, Dodgy Dude. Polly's going to be a scapegoat for both of them. You think that Polly is the storyline that we're going to lead with here? Because I feel like she's going to tell us eventually. It's inevitable. I think this is fake killing off the Feline character to complete the lie that there were multiple white. Killing off the Feline character. That is the funniest thing that I have heard in a while. Oh my god. Thank you for that. To complete the lie that there were multiple wifeys. So you think that they'll still be together, but this is just for show? Oh my god. The possibilities, you guys. The possibilities. Because you know what? It's like Amberlynn says that she's moving. What if she's moving with Wifey and Amberlynn's like, oh, we broke up. I had to go move somewhere new. I'm single. I'm living by myself. But actually, the new place where she's living is the place that she and Wifey are moving to. Oh my god. This is... So it's like, are we being gaslit into thinking season 5 is over? Oh my gosh. I don't know what... That super chat just took me for a spin. Hey, Jordy, been meaning to catch one of your lives forever. Literally dropped everything when I saw you were on. Much love from Dirty Jersey. Hey, Dirty Jersey. Glad you're here, Faye. Thank you for the donation. I know. I'm shook, too. She'll be flirting with someone. The writers this season have been on it. I mean, the writers definitely did pick up the pace with the whole Destiny thing. But this is going to be the introduction to something that is uncharted waters. I mean, this whole, like, are they broken up? Is Amberlynn single? Is she living by herself? Is she not living by herself? Is there another person in the relationship? You know, oh my gosh, I wonder if Feline will remove that wifey tattoo. Or maybe it'll just be, you know, applied to the next girlfriend. Imagine if she does a Nikocado and the next video is why we can't break up. I know. I'll be shook. If this was a fake up. A lot. What was the poll? The poll was overwhelmingly no. A lot of you guys. Okay, so 2/3 of you think that this is genuine. I think it's genuine too. But, you know, I've been wrong. If this is real, Jade has got what she needed to tell all and wants to beat Becky to the cash grab. I don't buy the no tears dressed out of bed ALR. Beat Becky to the crap. I mean, I think that if the girlfriend truly had an interest in making money off of YouTube like this, I think that different decisions would have been made throughout season 5. I think that the girl would have made her own channel. They would have live streamed together more. She would have insisted that she, you know, got her cut and everything. I think that there were a plethora of opportunities for the girlfriend to get in on the cash grab. So as far as like the whole like termination of their relationship in order to make money off of it, I don't know, girl. But thanks for being here, more memes. Even after this, she won't learn to be alone. Wish she would just surprise us for once. She won't learn to be alone. Well, I mean, she's moving. So, I mean, like, what that tells me as a viewer is Amberlynn does not want to be living in this 2-bedroom apartment alone with her pets. It's too much responsibility. She doesn't like being there by herself. Whatever the reasoning, Amberlynn needs to be in a situation where she can be with someone else. And I mean, if you think about it, it's like, well, who is there? And that's kind of where I was going with the whole, like, well, I mean, like, where does the mom live kind of thing? Like, is she going to move in with the mom? Is she getting an apartment with the mom? Like, I don't know. But, or maybe it's the opening act for a Wifey reveal moving era season 6. Oh, thinking emoji. A Wifey reveal. She puts so much on the shoulders of her significant others. Her relationships always revolve around her, and that's unfair. I agree with that. Happy Hippie Holly. I definitely agree with that. And, you know, you kind of want to, in a relationship, you kind of want to like build each other up, feed each other's fire, not kind of like be a burden on someone else, you know, like drag them down, having to be taken care of and everything. Like, I understand that there are certain things, you know, that, you know, you make compromises in your relationship and everything. But I mean, when it's overwhelmingly lopsided and you need all of this attention and this care and this help and like, it's like, well, I didn't sign up for this. You know, I want to be happy too. I don't just want to, you know, please, like, I'm not this little, I want to, you know, I kind of want something out of this too. I don't want this to be 100 and 0.
Drastically fucked with me in my life. It has also been one of the most amazing things that I am so grateful for. And it's like, for me, just talking is so therapeutic, and it helps me understand myself. I know a lot of people aren't like that. They're not an open book. But YouTube has been there for me for a decade, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop.
That's a good point for her to make. I mean, throughout all of this, throughout all of the madness, what's the one constant? Who has been there? Who hasn't left the couch? Who didn't leave her at Walmart to go home and shower? Who, you know, didn't go to Mammy's because they wanted a nice dinner with their mom? I mean, YouTube. YouTube is the one constant. So I think that in times of stress like this, Amberlynn is going to turn to her one constant.
So I want to document.
Is my Slurpee? Yeah. Honestly, guys, I don't know. The slushies from Sonic, I'm sorry, some of you probably don't want to hear about the slushie from Sonic. You like resume the video. I mean, but they melt so quickly. And I mean, granted, it was only 70 cents, but it did melt really quickly.
You know, everything to the best of my ability. Obviously, I'm not going to share everything, the real personal stuff, because why we broke up, it doesn't matter. It happened though, and she will, little bit by little bit, it'll creep out on Instagram, on here, on the community tab. It will creep out. She might not be ready to talk about that today. I mean, I don't blame her, but you know, it'll come out. I have to move on. I have to move forward, and so does she. And it just feels like a nightmare. It feels like an absolute nightmare. But I know that it has to happen. And I have to keep reminding myself of that it has to happen, and I have to keep a healthy distance from her, because like, she's still trying to hug me and stuff like that, and I have to tell her, like, I can't, like, it hurts too bad. And in the past, like, I didn't want my ex to not sleep in the bed with me, but I don't want her in the bed with me. and I slept without her last night, and it was horrible. I have very, very, very bad abandonment issues. Like, this is due to like childhood shit. Like, I have been abandoned. You know, I was abandoned during the time of your life when you shouldn't be. So I have a lot of like fears that are irrational but also very rational. I hate sleeping alone. I hate it more than anything, but I know that I have to detach myself from certain things. And
I wonder how long the girlfriend will stay there. Because, I mean, really, I mean, all she has to do is pack a few suitcases and go to the airport. I don't think that Amberlynn will even have enough time to even have the opportunity to go through this whole, like, oh, you know, we're not sleeping in the bed together. I mean, the girlfriend's just going to be gone. I think that girlfriend will get out of there a lot sooner than some of us might be thinking. Shanna, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you for being here. Little heart emojis. How cute. I don't see this being good for her. She can't commit to change on a normal day, let alone now that she's alone. I think, yeah, I mean, you know, that's for everybody. Bri. I mean, you typically are able to make positive changes in your life when everything's going well, when you're not stressed out, when money isn't an issue, when you're not dealing with turmoil, when you're not going through something. People don't typically make, or at least they're not, you know, more inclined to make these sweeping changes in their life where everything goes for the better when they're at their lowest. I mean, some people take it as like, you know, like they're rallying against the pain and they're kind of rising up from the ashes, so to speak. But I think that a lot of people, when they're at their lowest like that, they're not thinking to themselves, oh gosh, like, you know, this is going to be my motivation. I think a lot of people just go deeper. And I mean, even when we are at those really high highs and we're in good spirits and everything's going well, and, you know, we have an Amazon Prime coming in a few minutes and DoorDash is at the door. Like, when we're in our best spirits and all of the variables are on point, we're still not making change. So, I mean, like, you know, at the lowest low, do we think that we're going to make change there? It's kind of unfortunate. Feline has a husband. I refuse to believe other lies. Ooh. Husband theory. Amberlynn needs inpatient. No surprise regarding this breakup. ALR has been... I'll definitely be talking about that in the coming weeks, Fragrant Swamp Girl. I definitely will be. Because, I mean, I have not made a video yet on the end of WLS yet. But, guys... what's left? What is left at this point? I mean, when you exhaust all of your options, there's no other, you know, roads for you to take, no other trails for you to, you know, go down. I mean, this WLS was one of the last things. I mean, really, we are at the cul-de-sac of this neighborhood, and there are only 2 more doors that we can knock on. I mean, it really is WLS or what Fragrant Swamp Girl suggested. It's worrisome. My conspiracy is that the sleepover guy was Jade's other boyfriend, and all 3 of them were there together. Did Jade take her money back so ALR canceled WLS? I don't know. We haven't heard anything about money yet, or whether or not, you know, Jade got her refund. But I mean, that assumes that Jade gave Amber money to begin with. And I mean, do we think that's true?
And I have to be strong. I have to do this. It's freaking hard. It's terrifying. The unknown. Everything that I have to do. All the I's I have to dot. All the T's I have to cross. Just to get to my destination. And I mean that, like, physically, but also figuratively, metaphorically, whatever it may be. It's just, there's so much. And I don't know, I just feel really freaking lost right now. And I need a shoulder.
Girl, lean on your own shoulder. I mean, really, this is now more than ever. This is the time for Amberlynn to do it on her own. She needs to somehow find that inner strength and say to herself, I don't need anybody else. I'm 32 years old. I've had a bad track record in life. I've gone through a lot of stuff, but you know what? I'm not gonna expect anyone to come, play Clark Kent for me. I'm not gonna expect anybody to come, be my hero or anything like that. I'm gonna be my own hero. That is, will she do that? Probably not. But really, that would be the best thing for her right now. She doesn't need a shoulder to lean on, a shoulder to cry on. Girl, you got to do this. You have to do this. You have to find that strength somehow to pull through this. Because, we are at a really low right now. Really low. She has to somehow find the motivation to invigorate herself to see her through this. Because Amberlynn's always her immediate, want is to go to someone else, have someone else take care of the issue. It's like, oh, well, the YouTube money can get us so far. You take care of everything else. It's like, girl, maybe for once it's time for you to do it. Never caught a lie before. What a great first time. Thanks for being here, Taylor. The only way. Oh, bad, Kristen. Losing everything, but Jinxdo, thanks for being here. Oh my guys, this is such a wild afternoon. Who woke up today on Thursday, July 6th, and thought that this was coming? Oh my.
I need a shoulder to cry on, but I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody here.
Here. She doesn't have anybody here. Really, are we all kind of on board with this? It's like, I think that Amberlynn is going to be putting herself in a situation where she can be with someone else. And really, who is the only other person that could be there for her right now? I don't know if that's an option. I don't know if it's feasible. But you know what? Amberlynn makes good money. I don't see why it wouldn't be if she wants to go get an apartment with her mom or whatever and, foot the bill and have the mom, I don't see why. Is this why she no longer knows who she is anymore? Yeah. And you know what? It's kind of sad because when you're trying to find your identity while being with someone else, that doesn't seem very healthy to me. It's like when you put your happiness and your own self-worth and things like that into the fact that you're in a relationship with someone. See what happens. Look what happens when it gets pulled out from under you. You have nothing. So if you put all of your faith into, all of your love, all of your hope, all of your emotions, all of your whatever into one basket, it's like, well, girl, if that basket ever gets taken away from you, you're going to be desolate. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing here right now. Which, you want to feel bad because she's upset and you want to feel bad for her. It's like natural to want to be, comfort someone showing emotion like this. But at the same time, it's like, girl, you're an adult and you made that decision. That's kind of why I don't always go 100% in for Becky. I say, at the same time, yes, Becky was entitled to the streaming money and everything. And Becky, but I do sometimes think Becky did live there for free. Becky did accept the DoorDashes and Becky did. So, I can't be 100% on Becky's side. It's like, we have to give these characters some type of responsibility, as much as they want to be babied and as much as they, want us to baby them and everything. It's like, come on, make the right decision. You can change alone, but only so much. She needs someone, preferably a therapist she can trust. Oh God, Jenna, I know. It's rough just because, we've been hurt. We as the audience, we have been hurt so many times with the whole therapists. I mean, think about how many different therapists and specialists and psychiatrists and psychologists and, I mean, while those people don't have names, they have been kind of like phantom characters on our program. I mean, we've just been through so many of them. So really, if a new one were to get introduced, my question would be, what are you going to do differently, or what are you going to give our girl that the woman from Outpatient wasn't able to provide for her? Or the one that she just did the 12 sessions with? How are you going to be different than that psychologist? What are you going to do differently? Because if you're just going to provide the same CBT therapy for Amberlynn and kind of CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Yeah, okay. I got that. So, yeah. You need to bring something unique. You need to bring something new to the table, because obviously what has gone on in the past doesn't work. I mean, and really that's like the whole story of the Amberverse. I mean, we're trying to go back to these ways of fixing our life, but it doesn't work. So, I mean, if you go back and you try to use the same means to fix things like notebooks and agendas and calorie countings and the apps and Jenny Craig and this and that, it's like we've done it all 100 times and then some. It's like, trust me when I say the 101st time is not going to be the time that brings it all home. It's not. So really, we need some type of unique intervention. We need some type of unique resolution to all of this, because the traditional means just don't work. I'm your grammar tutor. Wow, this is big. Yes, I said big. Thank you for joining for all your videos. You've given me so much laughter over the past year. Oh, thanks so much. Glad you could be here. I'm your grammar tutor. Thanks for being here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Becky needs help right now. Will Amber call her up? No. Guys, I think that, you know what? Becky is also someone that has experienced very low lows since the end of season 4. And although Becky has just barely been able to keep it together, I mean, I tell you, you guys go watch that Cool Whip video she put up. When she's eating cereal out of the Cool Whip bowl, it's grim. It's grim. It was really hard to see her in that state. So, I mean, the fact that Becky was able to get by and everything, I mean, more power to her, because a lot of people really would just fall to pieces. Therapy session with Jordy. You know it. Twonk needs a book contract. I am dead. Jordy, can I get a birthday shout out? Your sarcasm keeps me going on my long walks. You make me laugh out loud daily. Let me try to get this right. Catriona. I have never seen that name before. Catriona, thank you so much. I'm glad that you listened to me on your long walks. Have a lovely birthday and a lovely rest of your week. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's just wild. It's all Becky's fault. That's another point. This probably is all Becky's fault. What do y'all think Jay got out of this? Was it for a monetary gain, or did she love? I do not feel that I have enough information to provide an answer to that. But what I will say is it will be inevitable. It will be inevitable that Amberlynn will share more information about this. She will. She will. She will talk about the relationship more. She'll talk about the girlfriend, the fights that they have, because you know what Amberlynn will fall back on? This whole, like, that's between us, that's private, that's whatever. That all gets thrown out the window by that same argument that Amberlynn always uses to justify talking about her ex-girlfriends. She says, well, you know what? This happened to me too. I was 50% of the participation in this, so why am I not allowed to talk about this? It'll come back to that. So Amberlynn will talk about this. Will it be today? No. Will it be the rest of the summer? Maybe not. But eventually we will get more clarification on season 5. I just know it will. That card stopped working as soon as she hit 18. So kind of taking a tough love approach. It's kind of like, no more baby. Therapy only works if you do. Yep. And we've talked about that a lot on here, Adri. I mean, really, you can't just sit down with a therapist, show up, and say, fix me. And it's kind of the same thing with medication. I mean, you can't just take a pill. You can't just take a pill and expect for everything. You need to work with it. diet, exercise, meditation, talk therapy. I don't know. Some people find peace in religion, things like that. I mean, you have to supplement it. You can't expect everyone else to do 100% of everything for you. And I think that that's what Amberlynn kind of looks for in a lot in life. And that's just not the case. That's not the case in really any facet of life. I mean, can you guys think of any examples where, I mean, unless you're a baby in a diaper being held, like, you know, she really wants everybody to do 100% of life for her. And that's just not how it works. That's just not how it works. It's not how it works in therapy. Gotta supplement it. Her unwillingness to improve her own. I mean, yeah, and I mean whether or not she wants to, it's not getting done. So really, unwillingness, I think, it's the right word there. It's the right word there. Nothing like what Becky put her through. Her breakups are oh so healthy. Really, I mean, I think that Amberlynn still would say that, you know, this hurt her way more than the Becky. I mean, Becky will forever be the lowest on the totem pole out of any side character on our show. That's just how that Amberlynn mentally positions her in her mind, I think. She's so codependent, that's why she jumps into relationships so quick. No license equals perpetually dependent and stuck. She needs to be single to grow. Interesting. Wouldn't it be wild if we saw a season 6 single arc where progress was actually made? I mean, track record would suggest that that's not likely, but it would be interesting to see. But I mean, there'd be a lot of things that would be interesting to see. Will they happen? Methinks not really. Beck called let nature take its course. I did see that. I did say, should I let nature take its course? Boy, some of these one-liners. Hi, Jordan Superblade. Have you already discussed if this breakup was brought on by the Destiny Diaries? Little bit. I don't think that the whole Destiny thing has anything to do with this. I don't think that the girlfriend cared, honestly. I mean, if anything, the Destiny Diaries have put more stress and anxiety onto Amber, and that has in turn maybe prevented her from being the type of partner she wants to be for Feline, but I don't think that it directly has influence on them.
Kentucky's not for me. It never has been for me. I came here for somebody, stayed here for somebody, and then was stuck here with somebody. All 3 different people. And now I get to be free.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Well, I was just trying to see right there if we caught her in the whole, like, you know, 2 different girlfriends thing. Came here for somebody, Destiny. Stayed here for somebody, Becky. Stuck with here with somebody, Feline. Okay, so I mean, I guess that doesn't really confirm the whole thing, whatever. But I mean, it's been confirmed otherwise. I just enjoy furthering that point. Dodgy Dude, thank you for the super sticker. No license. Her unwillingness to prove. I think there were trust issues for a long time. She said she was working in therapy to stop telling herself everyone's lying to her, but who is everyone when you never leave the apartment? Oh my God. There's just really, I mean, at this point, there's so much we don't know. You know, like those statistics about the ocean. It's like humanity has only discovered maybe like 8% of the ocean. That's how I feel about season 5. We have really only discovered such a little portion of it in terms of Feline and everything. It's just, there's so many unanswered questions and so many things that the audience is wondering about, because there's so much we don't know about. It's like, well, you come on here and you tell us everyone's lying to you, like you're saying here, Emily. And it's like, well, who's everyone, Amber? We only know of that one girl that you're with. What do you mean everyone's lying to you? Like, what do you mean by that? JLP, thank you for the super chat. My birthday's on the 19th. Oh, happy almost birthday, Dodgy. People like her don't know how to treat yourself. My therapist, thankfully, was patient enough to teach me. She doesn't have anyone right now. Yeah, she has to be her own source of strength. I mean, history will show that I don't know if that's likely to happen and everything, but really I think the most beneficial thing that she could do for herself right now is to be there for herself. Not look to somebody else, not get back on the apps and Tinder and Instagram or whatever, and not look to be there for yourself. I think that is some of the best advice that she could take right now. But we'll see. Free to stay home because she doesn't drive. Pandora's box. She's been, I think it's fake. She sat on Jade. Portia Green, thank you much for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Freedom on the 4th of July. Oh my gosh. Some of you guys say things that just... All right. We have 18 more seconds.
And that's wild. That's wild. I don't know, you guys. I'll keep you updated, but that's kind of all I have for now. I'm gonna go cry in a pillow.
She's gonna go cry in a pillow mountain. Interesting. This is not her first breakup. We have seen her go through things and seem depressed. House was quiet too, like she was temporarily gone. So you think this is a long time coming, maybe. And you know what? You saying that makes me think of the drunk live stream from April 2022. When she came on here with the bottle, what was that rum or whiskey or something like that. And she was on here and she was like, everyone was like, well, why are you crying, Amber? What's going on? And someone asked in the chat, are you and Feline broken up? And she looked at Feline and said, I don't know. Are we broken up? So, guys, I don't think that this is a clean break. I don't think that it was like decided recently. I think that this is something that's been going on for a while. Because, I mean, if they were having problems that she was showing us back in spring 2022 and they got together 2 years ago, I mean, typically when you find cracks in a relationship, from what I've seen, when you find cracks, you know, in the foundation or whatever, those cracks just get bigger and bigger. And I mean, especially if you have someone that isn't willing to change or doesn't want to change. I mean, it's like, well, how do you expect for anything to get better? So, I mean, really, I was just saying earlier on this stream, from the girl that we saw 2 years ago sitting on that couch behind her with Becky versus the girl that is now sitting at this desk right here telling us that she broke up with the season 5 girl. I mean, same person. I think the guy from the Q&A is Feline's poly partner. The breakup happened the same day. Do you think there's more in the mix? Will we have Jordans on discount? I don't know. Maybe she'll Poshmark them. I don't know if those will get... Because Jordans are expensive, right? I don't know if those are something that she would just take down to Goodwill. A drunk or regular live stream will reveal a lot. You guys think we'll be able to see a live stream soon? I could see it. She can't blame her inability to do things on her girlfriends, moving there, staying there, being stuck there. She is the common denominator. And you know what? She told us it was a mutual breakup and everything, but what you're reminding me here of is every time a relationship ends, it's because the other person ended it. So it is. It's the old argument. You have 100 people telling you something. And you have yourself telling everyone that's not the case. You're wrong. Who's wrong? The 100 people telling you this, or you believing that in your own mind? Right? Common denominator. I think that's a polite way to put it. At the core of everything, narcs have no sense. That's why she's terrified to be alone. Oh, good point. So, do you think that something like this happening is kind of like a blow to her ego? It's like another, because really, I can kind of see that when her relationship with Becky ended, I could Amberlynn maybe thinking to herself, because we know how lowly that Amberlynn kind of thought of Becky. We saw it creep out quite a lot in conversation and everything. So maybe she was kind of taking that as a hit to her ego too. It's like, well, I mean, if Becky Williams is breaking up with me, and I'm sorry, like that sounds mean, but like I'm just trying to like get in Amberlynn's head here. Poor Becky. How much did this play into postponing WLS? She knew the writing was on the wall. Yeah. A lot of people are saying that the WLS, well, postponing is a nice way of putting it, Wonder Woman. I don't know. I haven't made a reaction to that video yet. I will in the next day or two or whatever, but I'm not ready. I did watch a little bit of it. The whole I'm not ready thing. What are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? Why are you not ready? What needs to happen in your life? What do you need to experience? What do you need to do at this point to get mentally ready that you have not already done? So you're not ready? I mean, I don't think that you ever will be, because at this point we've done everything. And a lot of the things that keep someone from doing WLS is money. And that's not an issue. So, I mean, if you're able to take care of the main factor that drives a lot of people away from not getting it, it's like, well, what's the excuse then? I mean, anxiety, everybody gets anxious. Everybody gets nervous. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to let anxiety rule your life? Everybody has feelings inside themselves that make them want to, go back into their turtle shell, sit on the couch, not go out, not socialize, not live life. So, but what are you going to do? Are you going to let anxiety rule your life? Or are you going to stand up to anxiety and say, and you know what? I'm going under anesthesia. I'm doing that because I deserve more in life and I want more out of this experience. I don't want to be sewed into the couch here for forevermore. I want to fight for myself. Sorry, I'm getting a little animated. Oh, Lord. When she gets a new girlfriend, she'll be shading Feline like she did Becky. We're going to get, this is the best relationship I've ever been in. Good point, Davida. I'm telling you, if it's not going to be, it'll be eventually. It will be eventually. We will get tea, more info, more everything about her relationship. I mean, even in this video alone, Amberlynn told us that they've had a lot of arguments. That is something that she's really never alluded to in any of her videos, I mean, she's never come on here and said like, oh, me and Phil, like, it was always good. It was always glass half full. It was always, rainbows, sunshines, and smiles. It was always, oh, I'm in a perfect relationship. We love each other and everything. Never once was it ever her getting on here and saying, we're having problems right now. We've been arguing. We had like a fight. We did, like, it was never that. So I think eventually, because we're even beginning to see it even in the breakup video. I mean, she's announcing that they're breaking up and she's telling us that they've had really low lows. We're all going to have to wait. Those 12 sessions have done squat with the relationship. I mean, and it is. It's so frustrating. I mean, you see someone feign making progress. It's like doing all of these appointments and completing the 12 sessions. It's like, does Amberlynn maybe like thinking in her head, like, maybe if I do everything that I can do to get up to the point of being eligible for WLS, that might be enough for me mentally? It's like, so as long as I showed myself that I was able to be eligible for it, that's as far as I want to go. And she knew all along. That this isn't something that she was going to do or wanted to do. But see what I mean? It's like, was she doing it for the girlfriend? If the girlfriend was kind of pushing her toward like a better, way of life or whatever, was she just doing it to put on? Was she just doing it to show the girlfriend, oh yeah, I care. Look. I have an appointment on Tuesday. I have my therapy Thursday. Next Monday, you have to drive me to. So, I mean, was this just kind of getting stretched out until the point where Amberlynn couldn't stretch it any further? I mean, were we at the end of our waistband on an 8X pant? I don't know. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Wifey is leaving her because of her unwillingness to change. Personally, I would have broken up with her after she got rid of the Titanic Lego. How much did that cost again? $800. Dodgy Dune. The Titanic Lego was $800. Yeah. Plus tax. Jeez. But I mean, people have wasted a lot more money on the Titanic, so I will give her that. I sat on Feline. You see, that had to be a huge blow to her ego. She needs to do inpatient. Guys. Oh my. If it's fake, it's because she doesn't want Becky to talk. You think this is a distraction? I mean, we've been distracted before. A lot of people are skeptical. A lot of people are. You're not the first person to share that kind of concern. So, I mean, a lot of people are thinking, like, is this a distraction? You know, is this like the whole, like, look over there kind of approach? You know, like Jada Essence Hall. I don't know. But I want to say that they're broken up. I did do a poll earlier in here. I said, is this a fake up? And a lot of you said no. But she did this with the drunk stream video. Yeah, but on the drunk one, she didn't confirm like a breakup or anything. I mean, she titled this video, "We Broke Up." I mean, on the drunk one, it was her with the bottle of whiskey, and she was asking, you know, are we broken up? What's going on? And I mean, if you think about that, that was still relatively early in on their relationship. I mean, if they started living together August 21, and then that drunk live stream happened in April of 22. I mean, at that point they were together like 7-8 months. So I mean, that's still really early in on a relationship. I mean, we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of these two. I mean, so do we kind of think it's the same thing? Do we think it's like this little, like, you know, smoke and mirrors act? I mean, are we going to pull a rabbit out of a hat? I don't know. I've been saying that from the start. She's lying. I literally just got off work to come to this. Whoa. Welcome. You think it's fake for views? A lot of people are saying that now. Fake. Poor Titanic. Totally fake. Oh my God. I'm surprised. A lot of you are saying it's fake. Mari, you are not the wifey. It's like she's smiling in this frame. Yeah, a lot of people were saying, like, here, there was a scene. I'll let it play. I mean, I'll just let her talk on mute or whatever. But a lot of people were saying that it was the whole crocodile's tears thing. It was like, you know, crying, but I mean, you know, where's the tissue, girl? You know, where's the liquid? Where's the condensation? Not seeing it. Wipeout is real. Did I miss out on an opportunity to title this live stream Wipeout? Are they still making new seasons of that show? Wipeout? See, like that, for example. I mean, visibly distressed. I can't fake cry. So, like, I'm not going to attempt to do it on here. But I'd imagine if you were fake crying, nothing would be coming out. Which, I don't know. But you know what? I will say, if this ends up being fake, there are certain corridors of the Amberverse, typically labyrinths and, you know, staircases and things that go down into the Amberverse that don't get brought onto YouTube, that reaction channels don't talk about. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're like, what's he talking about right now? I mean, just kind of piece together what I'm saying here. I think that if we are going to see what someone suggested in the super chat earlier of the whole fake killing off of the character and moving, and there are certain corridors of the Amberverse that will find the information that people may be inquiring about. I'll just leave it at that. It's too wild to fake this. I don't think it's fake. I think that they actually broke up. I do. I think that girlfriend wanted more. I think, whether it was to travel or it was to have a boyfriend or another girlfriend or whatever. I think that girlfriend wanted more out of Amberlynn, and Amberlynn is perfect. If you're looking for someone, that is able to give you a roof over your head, a car with gas in it, DoorDash, Netflix, Legos, like whatever. If you're looking for someone that can give you that, but I mean, really, that's the extent to what it goes. If you want someone that, travel and go all over the place and, Amberlynn's not the person for you, saying, it's the Chips Ahoy TikTok. The Chips Ahoy TikTok. I remember the Chips Ahoy TikTok. Mm-hmm. I do. Don't stop, baby. Don't stop, baby. I keep on getting off. All right. She was feeling sorry for herself. She's not sad. She's scared. Good point. Not sad, scared. And I kind of think that that's what we saw with Becky. When she was crying on the couch that day on June 29th, 2021. Was she sad that the relationship with Becky was over? Or was she more scared? It's like, well, oh my God, well, who's going to do this? Who's going to... Because, I mean... And, it's just a lot of us can't relate to being in that situation, I think, because, I mean... I would reckon to say that most of the people watching this right now, don't live a lifestyle in which they rely on someone so heavily to do things for them to the extent where it's like they're almost like living life for you. So it's like we can't really relate and we can't really understand. But I guess if you were living a life where you relied on someone to do things and walk the dog and do this, and I mean. It's like, well, what are you going to do now? What is the alternative? Countdown to the next GF? I don't know. She's moving, apparently. I don't know. She's moving. So apparently, I don't even know if there's going to be enough time for her to get a new girlfriend. If it's just going to be, her move. If we're moving into like a moving arc, I don't know. Also, guys, I will say, I would not be surprised if after this we see a little bit of a break from Amber. I could see her maybe taking a week off after this. I could see her maybe like putting up this video and then just like completely shutting down for a week. I'm not sure. She said she wasn't ready for WLS. Like she has time to mess around. Good point, Ren. Good point. It's like, I mean, maybe if you were 20, 24, early 20s, mid 20s, I don't know. But it's like, you're not ready. At this point, after everything that we've been through, and we've done the song and dance, we have the shirt from the gift shop, we have the backstage pass, we have everything. It's like, girl, you're ready. I mean, it's like, are you not ready, or do you not want to be ready? Which is it? So it is. It's frustrating. She doesn't have time to not be ready, and I mean that's a hard truth that a lot of people don't want to look at. You don't have, okay, you're not ready. I mean, we don't have time not to be ready. Are you kidding me? It's like, and I mean, think about how many different instances in life is like that. It's like, well, I would have loved to have more time to practice and get mentally prepared and do this, but you know what? I mean, it just happened. And I mean, that can't even be the excuse for Amberlynn because she's had time to prepare. She's had years to prepare. I mean, what do you mean you're not ready? Girl, it's not that you're not ready. It's that you're not ready to be ready. She can't make the sound choices and medical autonomy needs to be taken from her. Well. Amber mourns the loss of companionship, not the person. None of her previous GFs are similar in any way, and she always takes on their personality. Mourns the loss of companionship, not the person. So it's like kind of like, well, I'm losing my benefits. You know, it's like I'm losing my dog walker. I'm losing my microwaver. I'm losing my person that brings me a Diet Coke while I'm on the couch. I'm losing the person that hands me the remote control. It's like you're losing services. You're not losing a... It's just kind of a interesting way to look at it. Thank you for the super chat, Davida. Minzy, Sean, who went through WLS, talked about Amber's not ready and showed that... I'm not familiar with Sean or his channel, but she said that Sean is someone that talked about Amber's not ready and showed what someone needs to do to get approved. He puts his money on her actually being denied but won't admit it. So it's not even about not being ready. It's just the fact that maybe she actually did want to go through with it. But doctor said, no, it's a risk. It's a risk. This isn't something that I want to sign off on. This isn't something that I feel comfortable doing. And I mean, her admitting that to the audience, it would kind of be like a blow to her ego. I'd imagine a blow to her ego. It'd be embarrassing. It'd be humiliating. Maybe it's not something that she wants to admit. So did you think she got denied? Just straight out denied. Wipe out. The breaking point had to been because of the failed WLS arc. Guys, there's so many different things. There's so many different things going on. And then, I mean, on top of this, everybody thinks this is fake. So it's like, what what's going on? Use the pain to get healthy. Anissa, great point. That's really when life kicks you down like this and you're in the dirt and you have mud all over your face and blood coming out of your mouth. I mean, really, use that as motivation. But not everybody's like that. You know, people at their lowest lows, they don't take that as a call to action to rise up from the ashes like the phoenix. It's just, you know, they stay down there and they want someone to pull them up, you know, and bring them up again. And I think that's kind of how Amber operates. I mean, she wants someone to kind of do everything for her. Oh my God, who has seen that movie Smile? This kind of look like Smile right here. That scary movie when you see someone smile and then you become like the demon or whatever. I think Jade was donating stuff of goodwill to prepare to move. Oh, donating stuff to prepare to move. I didn't even think about that, Anonymous. Oh, maybe Wipeout isn't the person that we thought she was after all. We're kind of getting rid of all this stuff. I mean, really, Amberlynn, moving's hard. Moving is very hard. It's strenuous. It's tiresome. And I mean, especially when you take in other factors, other variables, things like that. Amberlynn will definitely need help. So if it's not going to be Wifey, it's going to be some type of moving service or whatever. But it sounds like they're still on okay terms. It doesn't seem like it was like an explosive breakup. I'm getting an Uber to the airport right this instant. It doesn't seem like one of those kind of breakups. So, I mean, I think that the girlfriend is going to do everything in her power to make it so Amberlynn can have a clean move to wherever she's going. But I don't think Jade is off the cast quite yet. I don't think that that's the case. Jade went into all of this with an end date in mind. Well, like I was saying earlier, I mean, it's very easy for Jade to get out of this relationship. She's not on the lease. She doesn't really have roots in Kentucky's that we know of. In her Target haul video at 5:44, Wifey's attitude changed. She was kind of yelling at Amber. Oh. In her Target haul video at 5:44. Let me pull up the Target haul. Where is it? Shopping at Target. Oh, here it is.
Listen, I'm glad that step is done. I will say that my pain.
You said 5:44.
But it's not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was... Her first guess was over 300.
First of all, I did the math wrong.
And then my guess was 240.
No, it wasn't.
At
It
first.
was 245.
We're
not talking about at first.
Okay, we're not talking about at first. So my guess was 240.
Do you think that she was kind of getting stern with her right there? Kind of getting like annoyed. It's like, you know, the friendly, cute banter that once was no longer is. It's like, stop arguing with me. It's like, as before, it was like, oh, you. Now it's like, I will cut you. You gotta think it was like that. She moved to Kentucky for a relationship. I bet she'll move somewhere else for a new girl. A lot of people already think that somebody's on deck, which, I mean, track record would suggest that is the case. However, Amberlynn, this whole, like, I need to be single and move out and be on my own thing, I'm not buying this for a second. No, there will be a new cast member sooner than later. And, I mean, kind of like I said, it's like, if she needs to be living with someone, if she needs the companionship and everything, I mean, the one person that she has in her life right now, the mom. So it's like, will the mom kind of fulfill that role until we can find a new replacement? Yo, they broke up. Time for the tea to be spilled. Oh, buckle up, Lana. What am I missing? This is definitely real. It follows the pattern of every other relationship. Good point, Davida. I am petty, but I need the pets to be fed better quality food than the dollar store. Get it together, Pookie. I'm there with ya. I mean, really, what are you doing buying? Like, what even was that thing? It probably had lead in it. I mean, like the peanut butter bone from the Dollar Tree. It's like, really, you're gonna give that to Twinkie. Twinkie deserves caviar. Do you think she's ever gonna change, take her life seriously? Love you, Jordan, but I've got to go. Look forward to your next video. I will address that point in the future as to whether or not I know this is kind of being vague and it's kind of me being annoying in a way, but I know what would cause change. And I also know what is continuing to keep Amberlynn on the track that she's going on. And in order for her to kind of break the cycle and begin making progress, I know what that would be. And no, it's not inpatient. No, it's not WLS. No, it's not anything. I'll talk about that. I will. I promise. I promise not to fornicate on prom night or drink. I give you that promise. Do you think Amber's moving in will affect her mom? Ooh, I don't know. But I mean, like that assumes that she's moving in with a mom. I mean, we might be getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. But thanks so much for the super chat, Carlin. Manipulative Lynn and narcissistic Lynn in full force. It's like the movie Split. They're working together. Oh my guys. TLC is calling. I don't know. You really could make an Amberverse movie at this point. They could. I get whoever makes the Amberverse movie. I give them permission to use the footage of the Code Red that I put up. They can use that in the movie. Really, I mean, that box office. Ooh, Barbie, step aside. Are you kidding me? Did Tammy's husband die? I think that was her ex-husband. Wasn't it Carl? They were married and then they were broken up like within the same year, I think, but they were married, so they got a divorce. And then I didn't know that you could get married and divorced within the same year. I mean, well, I guess Kim Kardashian did it in like 2 months. Never mind. But yeah, he did pass away. And so did Little Bit, apparently. I found that out. Jade unsubscribed. What's with all the snowflakes in the chat? Oh my god. He's here. Snow Miser is here. Hope you're okay, Jordan. It's such a sad time for everyone. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I'm still processing this, honestly. I mean, just like a lot of people demanded that I get on live stream and work. And I mean, really, I don't even know if I was mentally feeling up for it. So I'm feeling a little bit burnt out right now that everyone was pressuring me into getting on here and speaking out on this. So, you know, I just think that we need to take my thoughts and feelings into consideration as well, because, you know, this is hard on me too. I mean, Amberlynn just ended a 2-year relationship, but we have to think about me, you know, about how this affects me. You know, Jordy, get on live stream. It's just like, you know, Jordy, you need like, go work, go do something, like, please don't burn me out. You know, I did. I filmed a Eugenia video. I filmed for a good hour and 15 minutes, and then I came on here and I've been live streaming for 2 hours. Don't burn me out. It's not cute and it's not funny. I see the laughs in the chat. It's really not. I mean, what is mental health a joke to you? Is that why you're laughing? I mean, that says everything about you and nothing about me. So I don't know. I think this breakup is staged. The wrong shoes thinks this breakup is staged. If this ends up being staged, this won't go over well. This will not go over well. The backlash, it won't be cute. Amber W, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Maybe she was disgusted by ALR's behavior on the Destiny call, bringing up, because Amberlynn kind of did show her true colors on that phone call about the brother and the paternity and everything like that. I mean, you know, and on top of that, she was making fun of the fact that I play World of Warcraft. So maybe Feline heard Amberlynn say a whole bunch of nasty stuff about me, and then she thought, well, I mean, if she's going to treat Jordy like this, what's to stop her from treating me like this? So maybe I'm the reason why they broke up. Hardly leave the house. How on earth is she going to move any furniture? A company. I think that they'll donate what they can, and then if she doesn't end up selling or donating the furniture, it'll be some type of company. But I mean, that's all going to depend on where she moves. I mean, I don't know. Are we bringing the couch? Are we bringing the bed frame? Like what's staying, what's going? You know, and that a lot of those questions depend on where we're going. It's like, is it even feasible? Does it make sense to bring furniture across state lines, you know, on a 10-hour drive? Does it even make sense to, like, should I just get rid of it? Should I sell it? This stuff is getting crazy. I accidentally roped my brother into this by listening to your videos when we play games. He loves watching you now. I'm telling you, this is the best and worst version of Hotel California that you can find on YouTube. You're all here. And I mean, you know, everybody takes breaks. You know, some people get bored with Amber. They're like, oh, you know, I'm not digging the whole scratch art stuff. I'm not digging the notebooks. I'm bored with this. I'm going to take a break for a while. But you know what? There's times when you're driving at night and you're thinking to yourself, I wonder what Amberlynn's been up to. I wonder how she's doing. And you come back. You always come back. So really, the only way to get out of this is to never enter. Really, wait, like, what does it say at the entrance to hell? Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Really? What do I main in WoW? Holy Paladin. I don't think she can afford to live on her own. That surprised me. I mean, maybe not to the extent of what we've seen in seasons past, but I think that Amberlynn could bring it together for a little bit based on what I know. And, like, you know, we coerced Jordy to do a live stream. I was coerced. It's inappropriate. I should have said nay. I think it could be a ploy to the exes to back off. How long has it been since Destiny put up a video? That was Saturday. That was almost 2 weeks ago. That was almost 2 weeks ago when they fought on the phone. Okay. This is a ploy to get the exes to back off. I don't know if Becky would have come out with a tell-all. I think that she would need to be pushed a little bit more. Because I feel like when Becky did that community post and everything, and she threatened to do a tell-all and everything, that was her opportunity to just come on and do the tell-all. You know what I mean? It's like she wouldn't come on and do a community post to threaten to do a tell-all. She just would have done the tell-all. So I think that Becky kind of is, unless pushed, definitely. But as far as Destiny continuing her everything, I mean, what else? I mean, I don't know. I think I will talk about this in a later video, but I think what happened is I think that Destiny is starting to lose momentum with her tell-all series because I think that Lexus is beginning to have an issue with it. Because the way in which they ended that phone call the other day, I could tell from the other side of the room that Lexus was giving her a dirty look because Destiny ended that phone call and said, well, we're never doing that again. So I could imagine that she was shooting her daggers the whole time, like, get off the phone. I don't like this. But so I can imagine maybe Lexus is kind of saying, enough of this. Enough healing, Destiny. Enough. When it's time to be alive, I'm getting ready to see Shania. Oh, no way! That's exciting. Meanwhile, Wifey left Amberlynn. I know, Shania Twain concert and the breakup on the same day. Really, what a time to be alive. There's no other way to put it. Princess Nugget. Oh, I mean, really. July 6, 2023. This day will go down in history. Kuwait is calling. Oh, my God. No. Are we entering an Islam arc? Oh, my gosh. Oh. Both Amberlynn and Foodie in Kuwait together. Could you imagine? Oh my. I'm healing. You're blaming me for not taking place in the three-way relationship. I could have saved it. Ugh. I really could have. Maybe this is my fault, you know? Maybe this is my fault that they broke up. Whether it was because of the phone call or because I never stepped up when I should have. I don't like that, though, because in that scenario, I'm not the victim. So we're not going to go with that. I want to be the victim. Oh, I love you, Jordy. You're the best. Hope you're well. Oh, thank you, Alea. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the donation. Do your job, Amber, so Jordy can do his job. Right, Kimmy? It's like, do your job so I can react to you doing your job. Sorry for screaming. Jordy, I appreciate you so much for coming on here to do this live stream. I always support you whether or not you appear once a day or once a year. Jazzy Mittens, that is so sweet of you. I love your little icon. That's cute. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the donation. Oh, boy, y'all. All right, so I'd imagine by now some of the fellow reaction channels and the compilation channels are doing some type of thing regarding, it's just like, so I guess that might be it for now. What I encourage you to do is go check out other points of views, go talk amongst yourselves, everything. Go in the comments, see what other people are saying. Go into the comments of the We Broke Up video. See what's going on. Because, I'm not going to be able to give you 100% of the info and the tea of what you're looking for. But I'm glad we were able to come on here. I'm glad we were able to talk. I'm glad we were able to discuss and kind of theorize and think about things and kind of understand where this puts us as a community at the end of season 5 like this. I do not think that anyone woke up today on July 6th and thought to themselves, today is the end of season 5. I know I didn't. So it's definitely going to be it's going to be an interesting July. Definitely, it's going to be an interesting July. Hi, George. So glad I finally caught you live. Oh, thanks for being here, Alex. So glad you were able to catch it too. Sasha, thanks so much. Oh boy. All right. Well, I'm overworked. I'm beat. I need a nap. I need to go nap for 12 hours, I think. maybe 13, maybe 14. I don't know. But guys, go check out some of the other channels. Go see what other people are saying and everything. We're going to continue with coverage and everything on the ones that I missed while I was in Seattle. I think that there's one where she sits down and talks about like emails from her dietitian or something. We'll do that one, and then we'll do I think I have 2 left I need to do before we're caught up officially. But yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. I mean, this is definitely going to be something that we're going to be talking about into the next week and everything. So I mean, this isn't ending in this stream, by any means. This is literally my first time I ever caught you. What an occasion! Cheers from Poland. Lots of love. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Fibs. Glad you were able to catch it too. The tail end of it, at least. But oh boy. All right. So I mean, I'm gonna go treat myself. I might not work for 2 or 3 days. For real, I might not. So I need to do what's right for me. So I hope you all can respect my privacy. Respect it. So thanks for being here. The fake emails. The fake emails. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here. See ya.